How's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with etrailer.com, and we're taking a look at the Titan Chains zinc tire chains for our 2023 Jeep Wrangler. Now, when you add tire chains to your vehicle, especially some that are as aggressive as these, that's going to be for your more extreme situations. In general, when you go off the manual's recommendation with our tire size on here of 255/75 R17, it's not recommended that you use anything but a snow sock. However, here at eTrailer, we take products, we put them together with the vehicle and see how they actually fit so you can get an idea. And what I've discovered was that you have plenty of clearance to install this on your vehicle. You just want to make sure you're traveling at a moderate speed that's safe for tire chains. Underneath our Wrangler, you can see that even though the links are kind of thick, you have plenty of space for it to move freely, where you're not going to come into contact with the frame or suspension or axle or anything, or any of the suspension parts. Coming up to the top of the tread, we have the chains here that are going to be your steel alloy that are corrosion resistant and hardened. They are square links. Square links are going to bite into ice and snow really well because of the angles on them, and the pattern is a ladder pattern. So the ladder pattern is going to basically work well for straightaways, even though it still does give you a measure of additional traction going down windy roads. Your links for your rungs of your ladder are actually held together with the corrosion resistant steel. And one thing to point out here, you see these points where it's kind of brown. That isn't corrosion, that's just the finish of the high carbon steel alloy that they use, and it's just the appearance of it. That's going to tie it together using these cams, and you're going to have 4 of those that are going to link in to take some of the slack out the chain, and you make your front connection using this assisted adjuster. The tire chains don't include any type of rubber tensioner like this, so I usually suggest adding a tensioner just to keep these treads right where they should be. Your tire chains are going to arrive in this bag here that has another plastic bag inside of it. So it's going to travel okay, but I generally suggest making tire chains a part of a bigger kit for cold weather, essentially having gloves, a mat because the installation requires you to get on the ground, maybe even a tote to keep everything in. Now, the installation is easy, but as I said, it does require you to get on the ground. So let me show you how to get it done. So we're going to start our installation by laying our chain out on the ground. And we just want to make sure that we don't have any twisted links and that our hooks are pointed towards the ground. It's also a good idea, since I'm on the passenger side, to make sure all my hardware is closest to the vehicle. And we're just going to lift it up and drape it over the wheel, being cautious of the body and the rim. And we're just going to kind of guide it into position along the tread. And I found that if you take a little bit of the chain and kind of feed it towards the rear, it gives you a little bit more room to work with to make that connection behind the vehicle, behind the wheel. So let's go hook that up real quick. So now you're going to take your chain link and make your connection with the hook. Just going to connect it here. And we're going to go to the front and make another connection. So we're going to now pull our chain towards the front and use our link and adjuster to make that front connection. You just feed it right through the link that's going to allow you to reach over, and then you just take the single link here and connect it. Now we're going to take our included tool. We're just going to go through and fasten down our cams. And we got one more here. Let's try that one. Oh, there we are. And now you can see all of our cams are in, but we still have a little bit of slack on our chain. So that's why I always suggest adding a rubber adjuster. A rubber adjuster is going to help take that additional slack off of your chain and keep everything on the tread. So essentially it's keeping your chain right where you need it to be. We're just going to hook this up kind of how you would fasten lug nuts going from one end to the other. And now you can see we're nice and secure. So we would do the exact same thing over on the driver's side, roll forward a little bit and make any necessary adjustments. This has been a look at the Titan Chains steel alloys tire chains for your 2023 Jeep Wrangler. I'm Ed, this is eTrailer, and you have a great day.